Warm up. We are doing toe taps. Here we go. I don't ever get it up.
Me neither.
Good job. We have us up at 4:30. And I fed her. She was almost asleep. Put her down. She started screaming again. I stand there in case that maybe she just needed to fall asleep. But then, okay, lunge reaches. That didn't work. So that's when I just brought her into bed. Okay, get a little bit lower in those legs. Reach it up high. I want you to really twist your spine. That's what this is upper body. Oh, we got lower body. 2 more, then we'll take it down low. Get down those legs. Good. Now we're doing lunge arm circles. This is a new one. So we're going to invert this knee, circle down, and really contract your back. Take all the way through your lats. If it hurts your knees, just dig in for your heels more, as you know. 2 more. We'll go back to toe taps. This running keeps up fast. There you go. Okay, do your touches out to the side. Let's do 2 toes, 2 heels in front. Ready, go. Toe, toe, heel, heel, toe, toe. Toe, toe, heel, toe. 2 more. 1 and 2. Reaches. Almost try to twist that arm behind your body. Down the legs. Take it up top. And down low. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lunge arm circles. Get that back knee nearly down to the ground. Four more. 4, 3, 2. We're going into core elbow plank. We're doing 3 movements today. You know I like to fire everything up with this plank first. So hopefully you're getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Here we go. Backbone straight. Heels reaching away from you. Pull that belly button up towards your back. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4. We're going to flip to your back. 3, 2, 1. First one, legs are up in the air, hands behind your head, and we're reaching your elbows towards our knees. I want you to make that as tight and crunch as you can. Keep your eyes up towards the ceiling. Exhale, get it even tighter. "17, 16, 15, 14, 13, tighter, 12, 11, 10, 7, 5, 4, 3, 2. Feet go on the ground, hands crossed. We're reaching between the knees, so we have 25. Here we go. Keep those eyes high. That's 10. Keep lots of space under your chin. 5 more. 2, 3, Back over to elbow plank. Pop it right back up. Make sure that your neck is elongating your spine. Shoulder blades wrapping away from the spine, not towards it, so you don't want to collapse. Push away from the ground. 10, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Force yourself to get extra tight. Be burning.
Yep.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Drop those feet. Keep going. 20, 19. Make them count. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. Get that tight contraction. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Woo-wee. And rock side to side. Let's get ourselves ready for leg day. Today we're doing half Tabatas. If you were with me towards the very beginning of these workouts, that's where we do 20 seconds of a move, 10-second rest, 4 times. So 20 on, 10 off, 20 on, 10 off. Repeat 2 more times, then we move on to the next exercise. All right, I'm gonna be doing more with my band, just trying to add even more resistance for myself. Nate will demonstrate without the band, unless you want band here too.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. So I'm using a CrossFit band, or you can use a smaller band. First one is parallel squats, and again, you don't have to use a band to get an amazing workout. All right, 20 on, 10 off. Ready, set, arms out in front. Here we go. Drop that booty. We're gonna pick up the pace since we're trying to get a lot of work done in 20 seconds. I want your knees kicking out. My toes are pointing forward. So I mean, I feel like you're even working the outer part of the calf. 2, 1, good. In the stretch, let's just come forward. We're in the rest, I'm sorry, we'll stretch. We have 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2. Make sure 60% of weight's in the hills, let's go. I like the band because it forces my knees out. And I have naturally rolled in arches and kind of knock knees, and so I've had to work really hard over the past 10 years to train my femurs to turn out more and my tibia to align. 2, 1, and stretch. So I'm even rolling, like lifting up my arches in this stretch to stretch the outer ankle and calf. Here we go. Round 3.
How many rounds?
We do 4 rounds. Okay, now I want that extra half inch down. Makes all the difference. Don't go to where it's comfortable. Go to where your butt spreads. You can literally feel the difference. 1 more.
Tabatas!
2, 1, let's go. And we're not even doing full Tabatas. We're just doing half Tabatas, guys. That's only 4 rounds, not 8.
Who came up with Tabatas?
Tabata? Dr. Tabata in Japan. He was working with Japanese speed skaters for the Olympics. And he came up with this training. We've, as PTs, we've just applied it towards lifting and everything, but originally it was for cardio. Okay, alternating deadlift. Oh, I'm supposed to keep that on. You know what? If you have a weight, get a weight. We're challenging ourselves today.
Which one?
I know, I got it for you.
Oh.
Oh, you're so welcome. Okay, I'm keeping my band on. I like the extra resistance. So if you have a weight, we're just gonna be holding it crossover grip like this. And each round you might alternate. Softly bent in the knees, the movement. We're just coming in front of those toes, up and center, down. Okay? Just start in here. Just wait for an even. Okay. 2, 1. Here we go. I want those knees pressing out and the butt squeeze at the top. Okay, I've got to go a little slower. I feel like that antagonizes my scar, actually. My C-section scar. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's go quality over quantity this time. Squeeze. Just through that hill. Don't use any upper body strength. It's just dead weight. That's why it's called a deadlift. Keep those ribs driving towards the pelvis so you're not using any of that low back. Last one. I'm just gonna hold it. Okay, this next round, I'm just gonna do straight lifts. You can still do alternating, do whichever one feels best to you. 3, 2, 1. So this one helps me focus on pushing my ribs towards my pelvis more, and then I don't feel it in my back.
I feel that.
Do you?
Ribs towards pelvis.
Yeah, so like this. So instead of pushing your toe
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
Opposite of what I always try to do.
Yeah. I mean, this is good for like stretching because it gets into your hamstrings. But yeah, for a deadlift, be careful. All right, last one. Here we go. We rested way too long.
You guys got questions. Oh, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, good. And then if you concentrate on keeping the weight in the heels, you feel that glute activate even more. Let's go 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Nice. Okay, band comes off. We're doing an isolated lunge. You can find something to balance onto or just hands on your hips. Make sure that you are hip width apart. Reach that one leg back. The movement is we're just dropping the back knee, coming back that. But what I don't want to happen is this. I want this staying still, going straight down, straight up. No forward movement with your upper body. Here we go. Ready? And. So you'll feel some stretch here in your hip flexor, the quad, just depending on where your body alignment's at. Make sure your weight's in that front heel. You'll feel it in that connection between your glute and your hamstring. 2, 1, let's stretch it out for a rest. You want to turn that back foot out, that's fine for more balance. 3, 2, 1. Just make sure that when you do lunges, that back heel is kicked up, the knee, the ankle, everything's parallel. Sometimes we get a heel kicked out and it changes everything. 5 seconds. 2, 1, stretch. All right, switch legs. Ready, set, go. That takes like 5 for my hip flexor to warm up. So, 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that core tight, belly button pinned towards your backbone. Chest is open, shoulders roll down and back. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stretch. Good job, we made it through isolated lunges. We'll move into leg lifts. Okay, find something to hold on to, balance. All right, slightly bent over, this is where you want your booty out. Not rounded like that. Okay, one leg out behind you. Here we go. I don't want you overusing your bag. It's not a showcase to see how high you can get your leg. It's about contracting the glute muscle. So honestly, the tighter you keep your core, the more you'll actually use the glute. 2, 1, good. Switch legs. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, booty's getting tight. Here we go, ready? And remember what I said about keeping the belly button pulled up? It's amazing, like I'm watching myself in the video, I can see the difference. When I pull the belly button in, I feel it ignite so much more. So I'm talking to myself just as much as you guys. 2, 1. Okay, one more on each side. Try flexing your foot and have a softly bent knee this time. See if you can get it more in the glute. I definitely can.
I feel it in the quad.
Okay.
Really?
What if you stand up
Right here.
in the back of the knee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not flexing.
You're stretching. Well, any stretching is always good, right? And last one. Oh yeah, that's igniting. And oftentimes you'll even feel it in your standing leg more than the actual working leg. Here we go. And that's great because both muscles are contracting. It's not like this is just an isolated movement. Your stability glute is contracting in order to leverage the other leg up. The physics of our body is just fascinating. Just like these oiled machines, or trying to be oiled machines, right? 5, 2, 1. Nice. Done with leg lifts. Okay, we're gonna move into clams. We're gonna fire up those glutes with one more exercise. Grab the band if you have it. It's definitely more effective. If you would prefer, if you don't have a band and you don't think clams are gonna be effective, go ahead and go into our bodyweight bridges on your back. Let's see. Oh, Charlotte, you made it. Great. Hi. So do you want to demonstrate bodyweight bridges, and I'll do clams? Because clams are kind of a girly exercise. So with that said, I think now he's forced into doing bodyweight bridges, right? Okay, bridges. Let's do it. And in fact, I want you to double that up right above your knees. And then while you're doing it, press out. You'll feel a huge difference. Clams, we're going mermaid position on the elbow. And we're coming up like this. So you're resisting against that abduction, okay? All right, ready? 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. You're just trying to isolate that gluteus medius and the minimus. So you're hitting a little bit higher up on the glute. Keep those toes together. Try not to rock your core. Just use the knee. If you've been to the gym and you've done the knee sliding out machine abduction, this is very similar. It's the home equivalent. 2, 1. I'm going to actually rest in a contraction because I want to fire it up more, or you can rest out of the contraction. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. And ripping it out. Remember to take your mind to the muscle. That's where we get the most work done, scientifically proven. Just like anything, when you're focused and engaged in the task, you get far more out of it. 2 and 1, hold. Make it burn, make it burn, make it burn. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're switching to the other side. You don't have to, but okay. 3, 2, 1, and here we go. The more you keep your hips stacked on top of themselves, you'll feel this more. If you're like sitting your butt back, you won't feel it as much. So push this hip forward. 2, 1, rest. I'm gonna hold the contraction. 2, 1, here we go. You know, we're doing really good on time. So we're gonna go back and revisit our isolated lunges and leg lifts and get more of a burn there. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold it. So if you don't want to do lunges, if you don't want to do leg lifts, just return to one of the exercises we've done. 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right. You want to do lunges or just come on? Okay. I think I started with right back, so I'm gonna start with left back this time. Here we go, we're in. Boom. I'm gonna force myself to go a little bit wider parallel, getting that extra stretch as well as the muscle work. Just make sure whatever you're in, that the knees are forcing out. Heel is weighted in the ground. 2, 1, rest. I'm just gonna see if I can hold this. 3, 2, 1, and repeat. How are you guys doing on your salad a day? Hopefully you're all following that principle. 6 seconds. Burn it out, let's go. 2, 1, I'm gonna hold it. I'm just challenging myself. I've been feeling really good lately. 4, 3, we're gonna switch legs. I'm very meticulous. I like to place my feet exactly in the same spot. Here we go. Make sure that upper body isn't going forward, that we're dropping the back knee. Oh, that is fired up. Hello. And hold or rest. Yeah, I don't like that.
No.
I don't like that. 2, 1. Okay, finish it out strong. Let's go. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Holy smokes. Half that done. Oh, yeah. Keep it going. 5. That's on fire. Oh, my heck. I am not holding this one. Ready, and you're done. Oh, that was rough. Okay, leg lifts, or you could do parallel wide squats, your deadlifts, or your clams. Let's go in 10 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Half done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On the stretch, I'm going to just take this quad and push my hip flexor forward. 4, 3, 2, same leg. Belly button up to the spine. Half done. 3, 2, 1. Four, 3, 2, switch legs. Here we go. Keep the toes soft. 3, 2, 1. Okay, last one. Make it count. Here we go. Good. Half done. Let's go. Belly button in. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Let me see the time. Perfect. Let's do ballet squats and calves. Then we'll do our balance and our stretch. All right, toes out. We're gonna go as wide as you can. I'm gonna actually do ballet arms, or you can just hold your arms in front, or like this. Hang on, let's wait for the round. 5 seconds. All right, and here we go. I'm taking my arms quarter bra all the way up, high fists. Keep the shoulders down. Oh, yeah, babe, that was nice. 5 seconds. Bring those inner thighs. Good, and let's go down and hold. Heels in the ground. Lift the core, lift the spine. Knees roll to the back. Keep the weight in the baby toe. 3, 2, 1, again. Oh yeah, now I'm starting to feel it. Reach your arms are really far away from you. Shoulders down. Half done. Last one. Good, down and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, let's reverse the arms. Oh yeah, we're on fire. Look up with your hands if you want. Ooh. 3, 2, 1. I'm not gonna hold it. Let's just rest. This is our last one. 3, 2, 1. Reverse the arms. Make sure the knees are pressing back. Let's just do your right arm. Look up at it. Good coordination. And left hand. My quads are on fire. And done. Nice. Calves. Whew. Okay, let's start in a parallel close. Here we go. 20 seconds. Remember, if you have really long legs, I want a soft bend in the knees. You feel it at the top of your calf that much more. Get that extra ½ inch. 5 seconds. Good, rest. Our next one will be toes out. First position, make sure the heels press forward. 2, 1, and here we go. You can certainly do this in center without holding on, but sometimes we get so focused on the balance that we don't get as much of the muscle work. So that's why I'm holding on. 3, 2, 1, and because my balance still is not my best. 5 seconds. So again, we're in a little bit wider parallel, about shoulder width apart. 2, and 1. Let's go. Feel like there's a fish line between your ankles, drawing them closer together. Weight goes in the big toe. Make sure your ribs are directly on top of your pelvis, no projection forward or back. 2, 1, nice. Keep your heels there. Just angle the toes out slightly for a wide turnout. And I'm just 45 degrees turned out with the toes, not over exaggerated. Here we go. And make sure the heels are going up and forward, up and forward. It's really important for our ankle strength. You will roll your ankle far less than you like if you make this your practice whenever you're doing calf raises. 3, 2, 1, nice. Let's do some balance work. In the middle of the floor, right leg. Left leg just kind of up and behind. We're gonna do our 3 squat touches. Use your left hand, so opposite arm is leg. Let's go down, let's reach far this way. Keep the leg behind you. Really focus, we're gonna go slow. Right in front. Whoa. Okay, focus, Christy. And cross. Hey, cheating. And finish it out to the front. Good, switch legs. What do we do first? Cross your body? Let's do open. And right in front. It's like a depth perception thing for me. Like, where is the ground? And right in front. Nice. Okay, how are we on time? Good, perfect. Let's start our stretch. Take it down to the ground. We're gonna do some lunges. So right leg forward. Let's go warrior lunge. So back leg is turned out. Put your weight in that baby toe. And let's go forward in that front leg as much as you feel comfortable. If you would like to do warrior arms, feel free. I actually don't like warrior pose with the arms. It's too hard for me. I like to just focus on my legs. Let's go 3, 2, 1. I want you to drop the inside arm. And we're gonna sit in it. So rotate that leg that's back so your kneecap is up. And you're gonna try and get your booty to the ground. Nice, babe.
Right.
Told you, that's great. That's exactly what it should look like. Hey, if you're like me and you're flat, I want you to use this elbow as a hinge and lower your upper body. We're gonna hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Rotate back to lunge. This time let's go parallel lunge so that back toe is in line with the body. Hands on the ground. Lower that hip flexor towards the front heel. Good, let's drop the back knee. Rotate out the front toes and rotate so we're getting the side glute. Turn your toes towards me. There you go, yeah. Kind of just rock it around, feel wherever your body takes the pressure of this. That's such a nice stretch. Okay, now pulling that bottom knee underneath. We're in a pretzel. Sit up nice and tall and rotate through the spine. Try and lengthen the low back. And fold over the top. And rotate it around. Just kind of feel it all over in your back. Keep your chin tucked. Oh yeah. And give me a nice big stretch away from the knee. Good. Come back over to lunge. Step it in. And let's hold this for 10. I want you to tuck your chin towards your ankles.
I use chin to ankles.
Well, no, it's a thought. You don't have to touch your chin to your ankles. I can't.
I'll get my chin to my shoulder. That's easy. It's just a thought.
Okay, let's just intensify. I want your arms like this and push your head between those elbows and you'll feel it stretch through your ribs. It's awesome. Okay, opposite leg back. This time, which leg? My right. Okay. Let's go warrior pose. The back leg is turned out. And hinge it forward. 3, 2, 1. Drop the inside arms. Rotate that femur in the hip socket so that the kneecap is up. Use the elbow. Let's go for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. What?
Ankle is up.
Oh, that's fine. 3, 2, 1. All right. Back to parallel lunge. Hands on the inside. Lengthen that hip flexor. Feel your heel extend to the back. Whoa, sorry about it.
Did you choose this elevator music?
It's just in a playlist. It's perfect for stretching. Toes out. Let's rotate. Oh, I don't know about you ladies, but that in my hip is like heaven. How about you? Is that for a man?
It's pretty
Heaven?
good. Somewhere between, probably.
Heaven and hell, somewhere between. Okay, pull that knee in. Seated pretzel twist. Good. Both sit bones on the ground. Lengthen right here. Nice. All right, and fold over the top. Rotate, keep that chin down. And a big stretch away from the knee, elbow to the ground. Open that chest, ribs crackling. Unwind it to lunge. And step it back in. Grab behind the calves, pull your upper body closer for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll it up. we're gonna hip hop. You wanna hip hop? Okay. Here's your 8 count move for today, and then we'll tack it all together. Pretty simple, but once we get going fast, it'll be fun. Okay, so you're gonna jump it out. Boom. You're gonna do this. Jump out, I'm cross punching 1, then I punch down 2. Okay, and then my arms are gonna circle back as I jump together, and then they come to my legs and slap. Punch and punch, circle here and slap. 6, 7, this music needs to go. 6,
Yeah, saxophone, not
the
that.
saxophone with it, Bob. 6, 7, 8, we punch front and down, hop, hop, and slap. So keep the upper body kind of rocking. So that is easy. 6, 7, 8, and a boom, boom, do, hop, 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 chop. 5, 6, a little bit slower, and a punch together, boom, and slap. Okay, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, and a 2, together, out, and slap. Nice, you got it. Then from here, we're going yonk, yonk. My knee inverts, and I'm leaning back, back. So it's like, poof, poof. From here, all you're doing is sliding around, poof, poof. Okay, so it's invert, and invert, and invert, and invert. Very poppy. 5, 6, 7, 8, punch 1, punch 2, circle here, and slap, take it up, down, down. So I'm kind of bouncing on those. 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a boom, boom, down, boom, boom. Nice.
Right.
Yeah. So think elbow is replacing the knee. So I'm kind of like leaning in that way. JB,
I think I hear the baby.
let's do it faster. 5, and 6, 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. 5, and 6, 7, and 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Whoops, I messed that up. 8.6. 6, 7, I gotta say, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 5, and 6, 7, and 8. Okay, let's do it twice in a row. No stopping. Yeah, this is gonna cut us out really soon. 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Boom, boom. Here we go, and boom, boom, boom. Did you get it without messing up? Keep going. 1, 2. Oh my gosh. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 5, 6, boom, boom. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, and 2, 3, and 4. Boom, boom, do, do. Okay, challenge. Turn on some music today. Pump that out. Do it with your kids. Have some fun. Thanks for joining. See ya.